Welcome back to Pittsburgh Living on KDKA TV. I'm your host, Shelley Duffy, and today we have 6 excellent tri-state businesses. Right now, let's welcome David Pearlmutter from Outdoor Lighting Perspectives. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, outdoor, obviously, the weather is nice and we're outdoors a lot more. What are some things people need to think about even before they get started on outdoor lighting?
You know, knowing the area, so you gotta know what parts of your property you want to focus on. If you want to focus on your house, your landscaping, around your pool, on your deck, if it's a functional purpose so you can get where you're going at night, if it's for aesthetics just so it's, you know, eye candy from the road, or if it's for security so you know that the dark parts of your home that could be vulnerable to somebody causing damage are lit up, so you know, they don't bother your house because there's lights on.
And is that, to tell us about some of the reasons, obviously there's the aesthetic reason, but maybe some other reasons people do outdoor lighting.
Yeah, a lot of times there's areas, especially in the backyard, where if you have a large property in the back and it gets dark at night, you know, you want to make sure that you have lighting around the back, so there's lights when you look out your back windows, you're not just looking into pitch black, and you know, if anybody's out there trying to cause trouble, they'll probably stay away if your house is lit up.
Some other benefits of the outdoor lighting and what it is that you do for people.
Well, what we do, we have a different type of philosophy than a lot of people. Instead of just coming out and walking around and going during the day and saying, oh, we can put lights here, we can put lights there, whatnot, we actually meet with people at night. So we meet like 30 minutes before it gets dark out and get a feel for what the homeowner's looking to do, and that night we'll set up a temporary version of the system above ground, bring the homeowner out so they could see it and be able to customize it so the look is exactly what they're looking for. And you know, then at that point it really gets the customer to have a more personal feel towards it because they feel like they're involved with the creation of the project, and it's not just, you know,
I've never heard that before. That does set you apart from so many other people, and that's such a unique aspect to what you do. And like you said, people really feel as though they're involved and that they can actually see sort of the finished product if they decide to do that. What are some other things that you do that set you apart?
Everything that we use now is all LED technology, so all of our bulbs are going to be 85–90% more energy efficient than older halogen systems, and also the bulbs are going to last between 30,000 and 50,000 hours, so you're not going to be out there changing bulbs every year or 2 years like you used to have to do. The bulbs are made to last long term, and all the fixtures are high grade material. They're all brass or copper, so it's not any painted aluminum or plastic like you'd get at a box store or something that could break or chip or, you know, not last long.
Now, what other kinds of lighting, obviously you talked about safety, what about if somebody just needs one light, maybe over a garage or something like that? Is that something you would do as well?
Sure, yeah, I mean, we have people who have like flagpoles who they don't want to bring an electrician out to dig up their yard to bring a light out to it, where with the low voltage we have different requirements as far as how deep we can go, and it's a lot easier of a process to put a low voltage light on a flagpole than it is to bring a 120 volt fixture out there.
Now, a lot of people that you see the solar lights, that kind of thing. Do you deal with that? Do you help people decide whether they need to, you know, put an electrical system underneath the ground so that they have lights that, you know, are turned on and off, or if they can be done so through the sun?
Yeah, we don't do really anything with the solar. They're just, we found that they're very unreliable, and the light output that they give doesn't compare to wired systems. There are options now to run solar where you'd have to put like a 3-foot solar panel up to get enough energy, but it's not really anything that we've had to do too much. We focus mainly on the hardwired systems, and the reliability and the light output is just much better.
Yeah, I agree. I had that actually done, so and it made more sense. So now, when you're talking about aesthetic lighting, now how do you? I mean, do you go in with ideas first, or do you help decide with the customer? Do you offer ideas first?
Yeah, we like to get the customer involved. So I have 3 different designers, myself and 2 other people who go out at night. And my philosophy is I want the homeowner to be totally involved in the design, because I don't want to design something that's totally different than what they're looking for. So I usually let the homeowner explain to me and walk me around the property and tell me what they're thinking and, you know, where they're thinking of lights, and then I will mold that into the design and make sure that everything sort of complements each other and, you know, doesn't leave big gaps without lights and just sporadic lights here and there. There's a plan and a design to everything we do.
What are some of the biggest mistakes that people make when they talk about outdoor lighting and what they want or what they think they want or would look good?
Some of the biggest mistakes, a lot of people like to shine lights at the house rather than up on the house, and you get hot spots. So instead of having a consistent look from bottom to top and right to left, you get one big bright spot and then dark around it. And unfortunately, sometimes it takes more fixtures to do it the right way and to get a consistent look. But you get a much better look for the long term out of having those extra fixtures than if you just come back and just flood it and blind people when they walk out of the house and everything. So ultimately we want to get a consistent look across, so it's a nice smooth look. You see the texture of the brick on the front of the house, and you don't want it to be in people's eyes when they're looking outside.
Well, and that's true too. I've walked out of homes where the lights are right there and they're blinding. You really don't know. It doesn't really do much good if you can't see where you're
absolutely.
walking.
And if
it
somebody
can actually
has
be
steps
dangerous.
or something, yeah.
Now, what about price? Is it expensive? I mean, do you have a whole range of prices?
Pretty much we are a set price. It's a price per fixture, and the price includes fixture, LED bulb, installation, wire, everything included. So it doesn't matter if we're going to big home, small home, everybody's getting charged the same per fixture. It's just a matter of how many fixtures the house needs.
What would be some final thoughts for the viewers today?
Final thoughts is just make sure that you're comfortable with the design that you're having, and you know, it's always beneficial to have that nighttime demonstration so you know, and it takes the anxiety out of the whole process, because if somebody comes and you don't know what the lights look like, what they do, where they're going to put them, and they're walking around just saying we could put lights here, we could put lights there, we could do this, that, and then that builds up a lot of anxiety in the customer, because that first night when you turn the lights on, you don't know what you're going to get. Where with us, before we ever talk price, we ever anything, you're seeing what you want. We get that design right. You know exactly what you're getting, and then at that part, it takes a lot of the anxiety out of the whole thing.
It does make a wonderful difference. Thank you so much, David, for being here. We appreciate it. And if you would like to know more about outdoor lighting perspectives, just give David a call at 412-787-5439 or log on to pittsburgh.outdoorlights.com. Up next, we'll talk to Dr. Ian Bulow about the importance of upper cervical health. That's next when Pittsburgh Living continues.